a common trait of what you would call a beta cuck would be somebody who's overly nice or agreeable, or somebody that's never going to speak out, or like is just the guy that gets walked on, the guy that doesn't get the, is always like, oh, I'm just, every girl thinks I'm a nice guy. Like, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. What that MTV gal was talking about, and they never get laid. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like,
such
why
a
do you
nice
get in the
guy.
nice guy zone? Well, what's the difference between being kind and nice? And I found this video on YouTube. I thought it was
Outward expression of kind versus nice is very similar. Both appear to be good guys, but that's where the similarity stops. One of the differences are from the standpoints that each operates. A nice guy tends to operate from a standpoint of insecurity, along with inadequacy. And when doing nice things for other people, he's seeking validation and confirmation. He does it in a way to build himself up. The kind guy, definitely not so much. A kind guy comes from a position of confidence. He's doing good things for other people from a place of compassion and concern. The kind guy is not seeking validation or looking to build himself up. That's one of the differences between a nice guy and a kind person. Another problem with a lot of so-called nice guys, they're doing these nice things to curry favor from people. Doing it to feel better about themselves.
This guy knows.
It's really about
beta grooming, you can call it. I think we've it's a trait. I'm a nice guy, low key, kind of predatory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And
like, all the guys who would say, "Oh, I'm a feminist." No, I'm a feminist. Like, oh yeah. And what are you trying to do later?
I knew a guy who was he was so willing to just do whatever it took to get laid, and he would just like join all these activism, groups. He would lay down on the road. He would do whatever it took, as long as he knew it was kind of like, the law of probability. He thought, it's like a real estate agent. You get 100 leads.
Yeah.
two of them are gonna turn into sale, the other 98%,
Yeah.
But you put in the work, you'll get there.
Yeah.
Instead of being a genuine person and having an authentic interaction and relationship with someone.
Dude, speaking of that, this is a story I was thinking in relation to that. But one of my roommates in college told me that he literally asked out 15 girls to the prom senior year, and they all obviously they turned him down. He's just like asking out random girls at that point. I was like, dude, that's the most dedicated. Like, dude, I'd stop at like 2 or 3. Like, man, that's persistent.
I had a girl ask me to dance, and I said yes because I was kind and felt bad for her, but it was not who I wanted to go with.
Can you imagine being the 15th girl though? I mean, come on though.
Like, well, she probably didn't know she was the 15th.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By that point, word got around probably like.
Yeah, probably.
But hey, I'll give them credit for being persistent.
Them. But on the other side, the kind man is not doing things to curry favor or to seek advantage. He's doing it from the kindness of his heart. Another key difference between a nice guy and the kind man is that the nice guy is modeling his behavior into what he thinks society considers to be a nice guy. He really cares what other people think. That's why he's being nice, to try to define himself in the ways that he thinks society wants him to look and behave. The kind guy does not care what other people think. He's not modeling his behavior into what he thinks other people want him to do. He's doing things from a sense of generosity. He's doing things that he thinks people need from him. And that's a huge difference. The nice guy is constantly doing these nice things because he thinks people will like him more. The kind man could care less whether you like him. He wants you to feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
So true. I like this guy.
I know. I want to look into more of his stuff.
Yeah. He's succinct. So true. And that's like the nice guy, probably the characteristic of the beta male cuck. Is they're doing things for what they think other people want to hear about them, or
Well, and it also makes what makes that so-called niceness or kindness inauthentic, because if somebody's always nice, always, then they're nice no matter what. At some point, you're like, dude, are you just you're never gonna say anything bad about or maybe fly off the handle a little bit to where maybe you offend somebody, which is okay, because if you're offending no one, then you're not being authentic. I'm sorry. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, that's true. That's like, you can't be kind unless you have the capacity to be cruel.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
again,
exactly.
it's a choice. It's a choice to make.
And then, because by allowing yourself to fly off the handle a little bit and be a little bit more wild, you open yourself up to maybe I said something I shouldn't have to my significant other or my friend, and then I have to apologize, but also acknowledging that like I can be the better man and still apologize, and it's authentic. It's not because I'm being nice guys. It's almost like the boy who cried wolf syndrome, where that niceness doesn't mean anything. It becomes this flatlined thing that, like, if you're waiting hand and knee on your lady at every beck and call at any time, it's going to mean less when you're doing so-called acts of kindness, because it's not authentic, or it's not genuine,
Yeah, exactly. And you get to learn something if you make a mistake by being unkind and apologizing, because that takes a certain ego death.
It does. Yeah. Because then you acknowledge, like, hey, I can fly off the handle and know that I'll be able to, all right, you know what? Maybe I took it too far there. I was like being an asshole, but like knowing that, hey, I know my character. It's okay if I say something and maybe somebody's offended to the point that they don't want to fucking talk to me ever again. Like, am I going to take that as a reflection of my character? Like, no, if you've been true to your principles, this shit doesn't matter. And I want to end this series of clips